Sahih Al-Bukhari 1361. Narrated Ibn Abbas. The Prophet once passed by two graves, and those two persons in the graves were being tortured. He said, "They are being tortured not for a great thing to avoid. One of them never saved himself from being soiled with his urine, while the other went about committing slander to make enmity between friends. He then took a green leaf of a date palm tree, split it into two pieces, and fixed one on each grave. The people said, 'O Allah's Messenger, why have you done so?' He replied, 'I hope that their punishment may be lessened till the leaf become dry.'" Sahih Al-Bukhari 1362. Narrated Ali. We were accompanying a funeral procession in Baqi-i-Gharqad. The Prophet came to us and sat, and we sat around him. He had a small stick in his hand, then he bent his head and started scraping the ground with it. He then said, "There is none among you, and not a created soul, but has place either in paradise or in hell assigned for him, and it is also determined for him whether he will be among the blessed or wretched." A man said, "O Allah's Messenger, should we not depend on what has been written for us and leave the deeds, as whoever amongst us is blessed will do the deeds of a blessed person, and whoever amongst us will be wretched will do the deeds of a wretched person?" The Prophet said, "The good deeds are made easy for the blessed, and bad deeds are made easy for the wretched." Then he recited the verses, "As for him who gives in charity and is Allah-fearing and believes in the best reward from Allah." 92. Sahih Al-Bukhari 1363. Narrated Thabit bin Ad-Dahak. The Prophet P.B.U.H. said, "Whoever intentionally swears falsely by a religion other than Islam, then he is what he has said. For example, if he says, 'If such thing is not true, then I am a Jew,' he is really a Jew. And whoever commits suicide with piece of iron will be punished with the same piece of iron in the hell fire." Narrated Jundab. The Prophet said, "A man was inflicted with wounds and he committed suicide. And so Allah said, 'My slave has caused death on himself hurriedly, so I forbid paradise for him.'" Sahih Al-Bukhari 1365. Narrated Abu Huraira. The Prophet said, "He who commits suicide by throttling shall keep on throttling himself in the hell fire forever, and he who commits suicide by stabbing himself shall keep on stabbing himself in the hell fire." Sahih Al-Bukhari 1366. Narrated Umar bin al-Khattab. When Abdullah bin Ubay bin Salul died, Allah's Messenger P.B.U.H. was called upon to offer his funeral prayer. When Allah's Messenger stood up to offer the prayer, I got up quickly and said, "O Allah's Apostle, are you going to pray for Ibn Ubay?" And he said so and so on such and such occasions, and started mentioning all that he had said. Allah's Messenger smiled and said, "O Umar, go away from me when I talk too much." He said, "I have been given the choice, and so I have chosen to offer the prayer. Had I known that he would be forgiven by asking for Allah's forgiveness for more than 70 times, surely I would have done so." Umar added, Allah's Messenger offered his funeral prayer and returned, and after a short while the 2 verses of Surat Bara were revealed, that is, "And never, O Muhammad, pray for any of them who dies," to the end of the verse. Rebellion 9:84. Umar added, "Later I astonished at my daring before Allah's Messenger on that day, and Allah and his Apostle know better." Sahih Al-Bukhari 1367. Narrated Anas bin Malik. A funeral procession passed, and the people praised the deceased. The Prophet said, "It has been affirmed to him." Then another funeral procession passed, and the people spoke badly of the deceased. The Prophet said, "It has been affirmed to him." Umar bin al-Khattab asked Allah's Messenger P.B.U.H., "What has been affirmed?" He replied, "You praised this, so paradise has been affirmed to him, and you spoke badly of this, so hell has been affirmed to him. You people are all as witnesses on earth." Sahih Al-Bukhari 1368. Narrated Abu al-Aswad. I came to Medina when an epidemic had broken out. While I was sitting with Umar bin al-Khattab, a funeral procession passed by and the people praised the deceased. Umar said, "It has been affirmed to him." And another funeral procession passed by and the people praised the deceased. Umar said, "It has been affirmed to him." A third funeral procession passed by and the people spoke badly of the deceased. He said, "It has been affirmed to him." Abu al-Aswad asked, "O chief of the believers, what has been affirmed?" He replied, "I said the same as the Prophet had said, that is, if 4 persons testify the piety of a Muslim, Allah will grant him paradise." We asked, "If 3 persons testify his piety?" The Prophet replied, "Even 3. Then we asked, "If 2? He replied, "Even 2. We did ask him regarding 1 witness. Sahih Al-Bukhari 1369. Narrated Al-Bara bin Azib. The Prophet P.B.U.H. said, "When a faithful believer is made to sit in his grave, then the angels come to him and he testifies that none has the right to be worshipped but Allah, and Muhammad is Allah's apostle." And that corresponds to Allah's statement, "Allah will keep firm those who believe with the word that stands firm." 14:27. Narrated same as above, and added, "Allah will keep firm those who believe." 14:27 was revealed concerning the punishment of the grave. Sahih Al-Bukhari 1370. Narrated Ibn Umar. The Prophet looked at the people of the well in which the bodies of the pagans killed in the battle of Badr were thrown, and said, "Have you found true what your Lord promised you?" Somebody said to him, "You are addressing dead people." He replied, "You do not hear better than they, but they cannot reply." Thanks for watching Hadees videos. Like and subscribe my channel for more Hadees videos.